What is happening? Hope everyone is doing well. We have a Starbucks Grande Blonde Latte. So I want to chat about automate, delegate, remove. Today, I want to chat about mindset. Today, I want to chat about becoming a lifelong learner. Today, we are talking about sales processes. So we're going to entitle these live sessions Coffee with Cody. Hello and good day, and thanks for tuning into another episode of Coffee with Cody. I want to say thank you. I don't know about you, I had a great weekend. If you have not checked out Clubhouse yet, I highly recommend you get on Clubhouse. Listen to a lot of cool things on Clubhouse. I have about five invites available. So if you're on the live right now and you want to invite to Clubhouse, just comment the word Clubhouse below and I'll get you an invite there. I'll have somebody on our team send you a DM, or I'll send you a DM and get you an invite there. But today, I want to chat about something that I was kind of reflecting on over the weekend. And if this is your first time tuning into Coffee with Cody, really the goal is to provide massive value back to the entrepreneurial community with marketing and mindset knowledge, help them build, grow, and scale their business online. I have a massive passion for the entrepreneurial community. But today, I want to chat about something mindset related, because as I was writing on the weekend, I was writing for this article that I'm shortlisted for a large publication. And I was just reminded of something that happened to me when I was probably 19. I believe I was 19 at the time. I was traveling to, against my parents' advice, I decided I was going to go with a bunch of friends, and we were going to travel from, at the time I was in Chatham, we were going to travel to Windsor, and there was a snowstorm coming, and I went against my parents' advice, a 19-year-old kid. We ended up getting on the highway. I was in a Ford pickup truck at the time, and we were driving down the 401, headed to Windsor. We were going to go shopping, go to a movie and everything. And as I was driving down the 401, snow started to really build up, and the road started to get really bad. And as I was driving, I remember this very, very vividly. I remember feeling a tire blow on the 401, and I was in the third lane, not closer to the ditch versus the actual median. And I talk about this story, and I'm just like, oh my God, I remember this, and I remember that this is the reason why I have so much gratitude about life. But as I was driving, blew a tire. I crossed 3 lanes of traffic, and I smashed in the median. And I really remember my life flash before my eyes multiple times, because number one, I blew the tire, and I could literally feel my back end of the truck. Literally, it was not the passenger. It was it was my side of everything. And it looks like I got disconnected from my Facebook account. So give me 1 second here, and let's see why I got disconnected. Anyways, if I'm not connected, or if I am connected, if you can hear me and everything's good to go, throw a 1 in the comment section below, just so I know, because I think I got disconnected. But regardless, what I was saying is, as I was driving, I blew a tire on the back end, and I flipped this way. I went across 3 lanes of traffic, and I hit the median, and it was the scariest moment of my life. And I remember sitting there being like, am I alive? And it just put me in the state of like, just, it's hard to even explain, like even thinking back on it. And I remember thinking to myself, my God, like I almost died. And I made sure I looked back, made sure everyone was okay. And literally 2 minutes after the crash had happened, 2 semi trucks in the third lane and in the second lane went by me. And I just remember thinking, my God, like literally almost died. And I think it was shortly after that had happened. Obviously, I learned an experience to trust my parents. Instinct. But the other learning experience I had through that was just gratitude. And there's a saying on the door behind me. It says "Memento Mori," and it's a Latin phrase for "remember your death." And it's a reminder every day that if you start there in a place of gratitude, that if you start with the reminder that someday you're going to die, I find what it does for me is it pushes me into this place of like, life is not infinite. all we have is today. All we have is the breath that we're currently breathing in our lungs. And it encourages me every day to try to bring my best, whether it be for my team, whether it be for myself, whether it be for my family, to really bring my best, to be the best possible version of myself every single day. And that's what drives me. And I remember this near-death experience, and I haven't really talked about this a whole lot over the last little while. And I was like really thinking about what was the one thing that really drove me towards gratitude. And I've chatted a lot about gratitude over the last couple of years, but this is something that really drove me towards gratitude. And today, I want to dig a little bit deeper into this article that I'm writing for this publication, because I think that there were really, the question was like, what are 5 things that can really help us leverage the power of gratitude? And I think at the very macro level, the best way to experience gratitude on a daily basis, in my opinion, number one is just this thankfulness, this reminder for life, just this idea that we only have one life. And, that memento mori, we're going to die. Life is not infinite. I think that if you can start there with gratitude, if you can start from a high level perspective that I'm only guaranteed the breath that I'm currently breathing in my lungs. I'm not even guaranteed the next breath. And I think a lot of people talk about, you're not guaranteed tomorrow. And I think for me, what pushes me into a thankfulness for life and a gratitude for life is the fact that, like, I could literally stop breathing the next breath that I breathe. And that puts things into perspective for me. And it just helps me understand that, like, there is no guarantees in life. And when you start there, I find that it really puts things in perspective. But from a more micro standpoint, I want to chat about 5 things that really help me, reignite inspiration or reignite gratitude every day. So the first one is interrupting my pattern. So if you're just tuning in, I was just talking about a story about how I had like kind of a near-death experience. I crashed a car into the median, 2 semi-trucks went by, and that was kind of the experience. But today I want to chat about 5 things that can really help you reignite inspiration and really just help you remain grateful for life. So the first one is interrupt your pattern. So I find that it's so easy to go throughout your day, just doing the monotonous routine of every day to day to day. And as you start to lose, I guess, gratitude, or as you start to lose inspiration for the day, I highly recommend you interrupt your pattern. And this is something that I've been trying to do. Is like halfway through my day, because I have the ability to, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I just leave halfway through the day. I either go to the gym or I go for a drive. Usually I kind of mix the two, listen to a podcast to try to reinvigorate myself, interrupt my pattern, do something different, whether it be on the weekend. I schedule something out. Maybe I move something around and I do something that gives me life, that just reignites a passion. And I wrote in this article, like, it could be something like, taking a drive down a country road, getting a spontaneous massage, or just shut it out down and go to the golf course, or whatever it may be. And I understand there are things that are a little bit difficult right now in order to do, but find things that reignite you, find things that make you grateful for life. That's my first recommendation. My second thing that I would do is shift into a learning mode. I find that when I put myself into a learning mode, there was a really interesting quote that I posted the other day by David Meltzer. And he said that if I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm in the wrong room. This is encouragement I want to give you. It's like, if you're the smartest person in your room, you're probably in the wrong room. Get around people that inspire you. And that's kind of something that further on, but shifting to a learning mode, read a biography. I find that really helps me. I went on a learning journey last year, read 60 books over the last year to really push myself into just this gratitude for life that, we have the ability to learn. And I find when you shift yourself into a learning mode, that learning new information is the fastest path towards fresh inspiration, and just it reinvigorates appreciation for life, that there's somebody out there that's done that has had maybe shitty circumstances, and they have overcome those circumstances to be, once we're ordinary, now we're extraordinary, and you can be extraordinary too. It's possible. The next thing I kind of mentioned, the third thing, is be around inspirational people. I find that, Jim Rohn talks about this. He says, you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And I find that when I'm around inspirational people, and when I put myself in an environment of inspirational community, I am therefore I'm inspired. I've said for many, many years, you want to change the outcome of your life, get around people that are inspired, excited, grateful about life, because it can really change the direction in which you're headed. Because you're either going to be around 5 people that are either going to bring you up, or you're going to be around 5 people that are going to bring you down. And it's pretty common. I'm not the first one that said this. It's just, it's practical advice that I want to give you. And if you want to get grateful, get around grateful people. If you want to be inspired, get around inspired people. The fourth thing that I would recommend is just think, reflect, and journal daily. I'm constantly trying to use my high performance planner to put myself back into a reflection mode. And yesterday was a reflection mode. I sat there and I asked myself some hard questions because of this article. And I try to ask myself hard questions on a weekly basis. I spent all day and I thought about really my near-death experience. And I don't know if you've ever had a near-death experience. Maybe you have, or maybe you had something that kind of scared the shit out of you. Try to tap into that. Try to tap into the fact that life is not infinite. Think, reflect, journal daily. Think about how far you've come. Because I find that can put you in a state of gratitude. It can put you in a state of inspiration. It's like, man, look at how much you've done. And as you reflect and as you think and as you journal, you're going to realize that you probably are in momentum. You just haven't taken the time to actually understand that how far you actually come. Think about the person you were last year, the person you were 5 years ago. And is that the same person? Probably not. If that's not the same person, you've probably grown. That's some encouragement I want to give you. And the last thing I want to chat about really quickly is just, the fifth thing is purpose. This is something that I've chatted a lot about over the last couple of years, is this idea that deep down at the core of who we are, we seek a few core feelings, such as purpose and fulfillment, and we want to feel fulfilled. And I find that so many people try to chase this purpose, and it's something that I've studied it's something I've studied a lot about, what's my why? And Simon Sinek talks about that all the time. And I've come to realize that we create that. It's not something that we just land into. It's something that we create. It's a choice that we make, to whether it be quitting your job or whether that be showing up in a different way. It's like purpose is created. It's like, it's asking the deeper questions of what excites me, what motivates me, what drives me every morning to wake up full of joy. And I find that when you ask yourself the difficult questions about the higher level thinking, and unlock something in the brain that allows us to actually go, okay, I'm not where I want to be. So how do I get there? And I think that, it could be something as simple as I'm going to give everything I have to my 9 to 5, and I'm going to go create something else. Or maybe it's a time for a shift, so that you can do something that actually brings you fulfillment. Whatever that may be, it's like step into your purpose, step into the things that light you up. And I find that this is a great way to actually change inspiration to live a grateful life. And those are just 5 things that I wrote about this weekend. I've been thinking a lot about, just this idea that life is not infinite. We have one opportunity. I'm trying not to quote Eminem there, but we have one opportunity. Memento mori. Remember that one day we will die. That puts me into a state of gratitude every single day. And that's my encouragement to you today, is just to sit back and think about the things that you can be grateful for. The breath in your lungs right now, puts you in such a different state of gratitude. And that's my encouragement today. I thank you for tuning in another episode of Coffee with Cody. I really, really do. I really appreciate your attention. If you're listening back on iTunes or Spotify, I want to say thank you more than anything. Really do appreciate your attention. I hope you have a great day. I hope you stay grateful. I hope these 5 things really help you. And I hope you have a great weekend, or a great week ahead. You already have the weekend. Great week ahead. We'll chat with you soon.